Hi, good evening. Oh, Mike's over here. Good evening, guys. Welcome to another show, another Friday night here in Idaho Falls. I'm your host, Nate Lewis. This is Just the Facts. I did send out messages to both my partners, and if they want to join me tonight, they're more than welcome to. I hope they do. That'd be great. But welcome to another. This is July 5th. This is the day after 4th of July. Hello to all my TikTok viewers up here. Hello to all my YouTube viewers over here. Guys, I hope you guys had a happy 4th of July. Tell me what you did. Did you do anything special? Do anything fun? Where you're watching from, both on TikTok and on YouTube. Let me know what's going on. Let's get into it right now with the news. Kind of going to go to the U.S. news, talk about what's going on in the United States. Hello, Roland. How are you? Let's see. Family fears a missing teen was lured from cruise ship during vacation. Oh, that's scary. Missing children. Make sure if you go on a cruise, you're watching your children. Wrap aluminum foil around your doorknobs when you're alone at home. Here's why. Let's find out, shall we? This is a bunch of life hacks. I'm not sure what all they mean. I'm doing pretty good, man. Where are you at these days? Where are you watching the show from? A missing woman's body found after her husband arrested in her disappearance. I'll see what that story is all about. Tragic end. Gotta make sure his TV's volume is turned down. Tyler, what's up? Welcome to my show here. I'm live on YouTube as well, so you guys can come join me over there if you'd like. I'm trying to get more followers there, and then here as well, of course. My YouTube channel is at Nathan Lewis 8168. Linda, how are you? All these people joining in, welcome. Let's see. Oh, it didn't even take me to that story I was trying to go to. Breaking news. Left-wing I can't talk today. Agitators burn a flag on 4th of July over support for Israel. People like, why can't you just leave American flags alone? Like, what did American flags do to you, to be honest with you? Like, it's wrong. It's wrong the way it is. Former school staffer's best friends accused of sex with students. That's definitely not it. 3 dead, 8 injured as addiction counselor is accused of mowing down crowd. Man, I'm telling you. Scary stuff in the news. More shark attacks are going on this year than they ever have. Just some scary stuff. What do you guys want to talk about? 5th of July. We can talk about whatever you guys would like to. I don't have any viewers on my YouTube yet. Let's go take a look at the show. YouTube channel. See if we've got any viewers over there. Ready to join up? Hello, it's Dana. Thanks for liking my live. Like I said, you can also check me out over at YouTube. The show is called Just the Facts. I'm live right now on the show. Trying to get some more people to jump in with me. You want to join me live on YouTube? You can. Hit me up with your email address, preferably on YouTube or Facebook. I mean, if you have me on Facebook. Yeah, share my live on TikTok, guys. 1 viewer on YouTube now. Welcome. I'm gonna make sure my Yeah, go share my TikTok page with everybody. Whoever's watching right now, go share my TikTok. I'm trying to get followers right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I've got one viewer on YouTube right now. All right, we're going to come back to this in a little bit. So there was a doctor that was watching the debate, a neuro doctor or something like that, watching the debate. Happened a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how Biden did not look cognitive during most of that debate. Slurring of the speech. There was also talk about him being looked at as having cold, clammy hands in a warm building, in a warm room, which is a sign of uh, bad circulation. Which, to be honest with you, is just isn't good for Biden. It's not looking good. There's a push. There's a heavy push to oust him from the presidency, and put someone else in his place to run for president. Um, First of all, if you're watching from Texas, guys, hearts and prayers are going out to you guys right now as you guys are getting bracing for. I don't know if it's still considered a hurricane, but Beryl is, no pun intended, barreling down uh, into the Gulf of Mexico, heading straight for the Gulf Coast of Texas. Looks like it's going to swing up, hit Texas, the east side of Texas, and cruise up into Louisiana that way. So please, please, please be careful if you're in those areas. Please batten down the hatches. Move out of, move inland more. Go stay with family in West Texas somewhere. Get out of the area. And there's a storm on the other side of Mexico that's coming that way, so you're going to get hit from both sides. Really, just my heart and prayers go out to the people down there, especially when those storms hit like Jamaica and stuff the other day. Did so much damage. My view on the presidential debate is that Biden wasn't all there. I'm not saying that Trump destroyed him, but he did, because Biden just wasn't all there. He slurred his speech. Trump made fun of his slurred speech. Yeah, I don't think Biden's going to be the next presidential candidate for the Democrats. I think they're going to push to get someone else in that presidential candidacy spot. Honestly, I don't think Biden's even strong enough to stay as president for the remainder of his term. Just my honest opinion. What about you? What's your accepting crypto donations, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with cryptocurrency. Heard a lot about it. I actually have some investments in a couple cryptocurrencies. They're smaller. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin or Dogecoin, however you pronounce that. I've got shares in both those. I'm just going to let them ride until they peak out. The highest they're ever to see, right? All right. Amy, thanks for joining on the TikTok Live. Where are you from? Do you have anything to say? You want to talk about anything tonight? Open forum. I use Webull for my my cryptocurrency. All right, guys, I'm going to get into some sports. There's some finals that are going to take place. The Colorado Rockies defeated the Kansas City Royals 4-2. It was the Texas Rangers over the Tampa Bay Rays 3-0. It was the Phillies over the Braves 8-6. Tigers beat the Reds 5-4. It was the Giants over the Guardians 4-2. The White Sox beat the Marlins 3-2. It was Boston over New York 5-3. That was in 10 innings. It was the Cardinals over the Nationals 7-6. That was in 11 innings. The Pirates beat the Mets handily 14-2. It It was the Cubs over the Angels 5-1. The Brewers are leading the Dodgers currently right now 5-2. That game is in the middle of the fourth inning. In the top of the sixth inning, it's the Mariners leading the Toronto Blue Jays 2-1. The Baltimore Orioles leading the Oakland Athletics 3-1. That is in the bottom of the sixth. The Arizona Diamondbacks are trailing the San Diego Padres right now 5-2 in the bottom of the fifth. It's the Astros over the Twins right now 13-5, top of the ninth. That's your Major League Baseball scores. We need to get some more viewers on YouTube. Let's see. I got 44 subscribers. That's pretty good. Oh, no, you're good. Crypto skyrocketed in price in November and it started yesterday. Okay. I'll have to go look at my my Webull site later on and see what we're looking at, crypto prices on those. I do want to see, well, I could probably look at one here. Let's see. If I can, no, not it. That's okay. Let that go right. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at some other stuff. Cryptos. Bitcoin currently sits at $56,000, $56,445.23 a share. Let's see, the ones I have. Dogecoin. It's at 11 cents a share currently right now. And Shiba Inu. And currently sits at 0 cents a share. It's like way down there. Let me go back. That's just an ad. I don't know what the ad's. Shiba Inu. Where's that one at? I don't have any Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's good to trade, but I don't have any of it. I should start buying little chunks of it, but you have to buy them all in one. You can't just, looks like Shiba Inu is sitting at, well, the one person watching is probably me, by the way, because I've got my screen pulled up on my monitor here. Shiba Inu is sitting at like 0.00001493 a share, so it's way down there. It's up from what I have. I mean, I can't. I'll have to go on my phone later and look. Gold prices. Let's go look at gold price. That's always fun to do. Go back, up. Gold price is currently sitting at, darn it, 2,388.60 per pennyweight. That'd be helpful. If you wanted to shoot me an IM or something like that, I'd be glad to chat with you offline about that. All right. Starting to lose some faith in that Rise Karma company. I'm supposed to be having some more viewers come in, more exposure for my channel. Let them all know that I am online currently right now. Let's see. No, let's go here. Find. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, we're going to be posting all this. Everyone that's live right now, come watch the show. Come watch the show. Two viewers. Hello to my two viewers. Who are you and where are you calling from or watching from? I'd like to know so you guys can jump on and tell me who you are and where you're watching from. We would love to get some viewers in here, get a conversation sparked up so we can chat. If you want to join the show live, please do so. Tell me how your 4th of July was. What did you guys do? Anything fun? Anything special? Anything out of the norm? Trying to get everybody up here on live. That is live, so I can. All right, we're down to one viewer again. That's me, I'm pretty sure. Guys, we can talk sports, we can talk politics, we can talk whatever you guys want. I'm trying to build a good fan base on here. I like to talk about military history too, to be honest with you. Speaking of being the 4th of July yesterday, we could talk about 4th of July history. Of course, we all know that the 4th of July was stemmed from the signing of the Declaration of Independence, 1776. It's muffled, I've been told, my sound. Let me turn this up, see if I can hear. Whoops. Turn it off instead. I got 3 people. My sound does not sound good. Okay, let's fix this problem, shall we? We're going to fix the problem. Let's see. Hold on. It's probably why. Let's see. Go away. Go away. Go away. Nope, I can hear it now. Yep, I can hear it now. Hold on, let me fix this. Mic check. Mic check, mic check. That's better. All right. As long as my sound's working right now. Let me get my TikTok page back up and running. I was live on TikTok. Pause on it for a second. All right. Fixed it. Okay. Back to TikTok. Boom, boom. It's gonna go live again. There we go. Live, going back live. Okay, going back live on TikTok. Um, Perfect. Back live on TikTok, guys. Welcome back. Sorry, I had to fix some technical glitches on my YouTube channel. Um, got a few viewers over there now. I've got 4 viewers now. Thanks for watching, guys. Whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, put yourself a comment in there. We're going to talk a little bit of 4th of July history, with yesterday being 4th of July. Hello, Amina. How are you? Um, how's the weather down there in Alabama? 4th of July trivia questions. Here we go. This is going to be fun, right? All right. No, 4th of July was yesterday. Okay. Where was the first celebration of Independence Day held? Answers without Googling and cheating? Probably should be pretty simple. You don't want winter, I promise you that. We love, well, I don't know about Alabama winners. I got it. Nice, Ashley. Yeah, I got the. So the question, guys, 4th of July trivia. Here we go. We're going to do this. Since yesterday was 4th of July. I hope you guys all had a wonderful 4th of July. Mine was decent. All right. Where was the first celebration of Independence Day held? You want to tell me? Was it held in Philadelphia? It was indeed held in Philadelphia. Can you tell me the day or the year? The first year they celebrated Independence Day. I'll give you a higher or lower. Sorry about that. I'm not joining anybody else's live right now. If you guys want to join my live, you're more than welcome to on TikTok or YouTube. It was not 1776. That's the year that we earned our independence. 1776. But you're not too far off. 1777 was the first celebration of Independence Day. All right. The Liberty Bell, also in Philadelphia, rings how many times on Independence Day? They might have celebrated the independence there, but the actual first day they celebrated the 4th of July or Independence Day was the first celebration was held in Philadelphia on 1777. July 4th, 1777. Yeah, but the next question is every Independence Day, how many times does the Liberty Bell ring? Pretty easy if you know your American history. Got fireworks going off tonight outside. I can hear them. Welcome to everyone that's joining me live on TikTok as well. I've got 2 viewers. Can anyone tell me the first president of the United States that hosted the 4th of July celebration at the White House? The year was 1801. So if you know your American history of which presidents were president when, you would know that one. It is 13 in me. I mean, you're right. 13 times the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia will ring on Independence Day every year. Sealing the 13 original colonies. How many signatures are on the Declaration of Independence? How many men signed the Declaration of Independence? What up, John? Josh, excuse me. Yeah, you can jump on, Josh. I already sent you an invite for the podcast, so it should be in your email. Here's a fact about the 4th of July, guys. Over 150 million hot dogs are consumed on July 4th annually. Just July 4th, 150 million hot dogs. Let's see. You got to do a mathematician thing, right? There's 150, well, there's 360 million Americans right now. So everyone needs to eat roughly 2 hot dogs every year in the 4th of July. Some people more than others. Look, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'll eat 4 or 5. I'll eat 10. Shoot, I love me some hot dogs, especially on the 4th of July. Tradition, right? This year, the guy, so the hot dog eating competition, a lot of people watch that every 4th of July. The reigning champion was Thomas Jefferson. I mean, I thank you for answering that question. That was the question of who was the first U.S. president to celebrate 4th of July at the White House. And it was Thomas Jefferson. 1801. He celebrated 4th of July at the White House. So Joey Chestnut is the reigning champion for 8 years in a row of eating hot dogs. He set a world record, like 72 in like 10 minutes. This was like last year. This year he didn't participate because he's having a dispute with the Nathan's Hot Dog Company. So he didn't participate. The winner this year was from Chicago. He ate 58 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Yes, 56 signatures from 13 colonies. You're absolutely right. You know, an average of like what not quite 4 signatures. Yeah, 4 signatures per call. Right around there. Josh is trying to join. Amina is a history buff. She says, all right, let's do this. We'll keep this going, right? Right. What is the largest of the nation's oldest 4th of July parades? Can you tell me the state? Just give me the state. Who has the oldest 4th of July parade? I know it's not Idaho Falls. We have one every year. It's definitely not Idaho Falls. I'm kind of a history buff too. I've actually thought about going back to school and getting my history, getting my or not my master's, my bachelor's in history. Josh says Texas. That's not accurate. I guess so. I mean, Texas is Star Spangled American. Uh, yeah, Josh, you can feel free to jump in on the show if you want to. Like I said, I sent you an invite. Oh, goodness. I mean, if you want to jump on the podcast, I would love to have you on here. That'd be awesome. Yeah, dude, they do. Okay, so for the 4th of July, I'm not sure where this is held, like where this competition is held, but it's also the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Competition and then the lemonade chugging thing. Uh, it happened, like it's a national thing, and the world records, let's see, we'll look that up. The world record most hot dog eating. 8 in 10 minutes. So this is old news. I know that Chestnut guy broke the record, but this one here says the world record, a dental hygienist student, uh, Nikki Sudo of Florida, has won her. So okay, so maybe the female title, maybe 10th title of the annual Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs Eating. Sudo consumed 51 hot dogs in 10 minutes on Thursday in New York. I think the world record is held by uh, the Joey Chestnut guy at like 70 something in 10 minutes. I'm gonna hate to get older with you. That's a lot of wieners in your mouth. 75 hot dogs is the world record. That's a lot of wieners in your mouth. I'm sorry, Joey Chestnut. 75 hot dogs he ate in 10 minutes. Oh man, that's quite a bit. Bristol, Connecticut, since 1765. Yep, that doesn't even make sense. How is it 1765 when we didn't get our independence for another 10 years? 11 years, to be exact. 1785. That's better. I was going to say 1765. Bristol, Rhode Island. Yes, sorry. The Rhode Island is the correct answer. 1785. Yeah, you're good. I was about to say, man, 1776 or 1765. Man, we hadn't even fought the war yet. We were just celebrating. I think 1765 was more around the Boston Tea Party area. That's what kind of sparked the revolution. Oh boy. Hello to all my TikTok followers. How are you? Make sure you like and subscribe on my channel there. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe my channel here. I need more subscribers. I'm actually starting to gain some popularity on there. That's kind of nice, right? Um, there is one president of the United States, former president of the United States, that was born on the 4th of July. Can you tell me who that man is? Do, 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 do. No, you're not wrong. There was a big endorsement agreement or something like that. He's in a dispute with the company, the Nathan's Hot Dog Company. I know that, and so he didn't participate this year. And it was a guy from oh, excuse me, I'm not that tired. It's a guy from Chicago that won this year. Uh, 51 hot dogs he ate to win. Like it would take me like 2 weeks to eat 50 hot dogs. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd have to eat like I could eat probably 10 a day. I don't know. Like I could eat a lot of hot dogs, but that's all I was eating like every day. That would be I get so sick of that in a heartbeat. Oh, I would get so sick of that. Estimated population of the United States in on July 4th, 1776, the day we declared our independence, was 2.5 million people. Of course, that was mostly 13 colonies, of course. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland was published on July 4th, 1865. In what year were fireworks first used to celebrate the 4th of July? 1777. So when the hot dog eating competitions, you have to eat the bun too. So what these people will do, and I've seen how they do it. What they'll do is they'll take the bun and they'll soak it in water. They get a big pitcher of water in front of them, so in case they start choking or something like that, they can chug it down. They'll take those hot dog buns, soak them in the water, and then they'll just shove the hot dogs in their mouth and gnaw them up and grind them up, and then just swallow, swallow, swallow as much as they can. It's. I mean, 76 hot dogs, man, or 70. He ate 75. Uh, Joey Chestnut. This is a couple years ago. He broke the record. Hold on a minute. Let me get back. That's a good question. I'm gonna get back to that. But 76 divided by 10. That's 7.6 hot dogs per minute he ate. No, so if I do eating competition, yeah, I'm sure I would. Uh, ooh, what would I eat? There's a couple good ones out there. There's a 12 egg omelet up in Washington State that not a lot of people get to eat. There's a burger here in Idaho. Um, the place is called Big Judd's. December 13th, 1773 was Boston Tea Party. Okay, so a little after 65, I get it, yeah. 73, yeah, that was when it was in December. It was cold as heck. Boston, Massachusetts, December, cold. Um, anyways, I would probably eat. There's that omelet one up in Washington I was talking about a minute ago. I'm not sure. There's a big burger here. It's called Big Judd's. It's called Big Judd's, not Jugs. Judd's with a D. Judds. They have. I get you. I get you. I would probably eat. There's a big 72-inch pizza challenge down in Colorado Springs. I wanted to try, but that's for you and like three friends. You have to eat the whole thing in an hour. I could do that one probably, especially if I had more friends. I could eat some pizza. Ain't no lie. And 72 inches is long. That's wide. So 72 inches wide. That's a good size pizza. It's taller than I. And it's tall. It was Calvin Coolidge. You're right. He was born on the 4th of July, 1870, 1880 something, 18 something. He was born on the 4th of July, 1872. Yep, you got it. You got it. You got it right. Um, I like those. I like a lot of those challenges. I don't think I could do what was that show they had on TV for a while? Man versus Food. There's kind of a couple different actors on there now too. Like so the first one was Adam Guy. Man versus Food. American reality TV series. They changed it up. They got a new guy on there. Their ratings is about a 7.3. Um, dude, my TikTok is better living, better living, like number four, you and I, or something like that. It's really weird. I typed it in and it wouldn't type it in. Like I wanted to type it out, better living for you and I. Because I was trying to do start like a healthy thing on there. Um, yeah, man versus food. Adam Richman, he would go and challenge all the food and just hottest food, the biggest plates, all that other stuff, and he won most of his challenges. I don't know how. Like there is down in Amarillo, Texas, a place called Mid Texan. It's a 72 ounce steak challenge. Um, you do the math. There's 16 ounces per pound, so you're eating like I think it's like 5 pounds of steak. Uh, but you get that, a salad, a roll, and a drink. You got the president right, Coolidge. Coolidge was the right president, and yes, he was born on the 4th of July, 1872. Um, someone just followed me on TikTok. Nice. Invite to the show. Let's just do that. Maybe it's not gonna let me do it. I want to get my YouTube to where I can start making money off YouTube. So I need more viewers. I need more followers. So I mean to go invite like three or four of your friends. Oh, what's up? How are you? I'm doing pretty good, man. Welcome to my show. I'm doing a podcast live on YouTube as I'm doing TikTok as well. Yeah, what are you up to tonight? Yeah. Okay. And he's gone. So I guess is left line. Let's just go back to my podcast here. All right. I mean, that's funny. I mean, I can throw down on some glizzies. I'm just saying. Just saying. I've been known to eat a bunch of glizzies myself. They're good, man. I mean, look, like I'm a baseball fan, so you don't go to a baseball stadium and not get a glizzy. All right, how do I go back to just my regular? Okay, I guess I'm gonna. Oh, is that a TikTok? That's not my TikTok because that's yeah. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good bad things about that 51 or that 72 ounce steak challenge down in Texas. It's Amarillo, Texas. Um, I heard that the steaks there at that place, the Big Texan, just what I heard. So I don't want the Big Texan coming after me, saying that uh, whatever. I just heard they weren't very good. But that's just what I heard. So uh, three viewers, nice, nice, nice. I know I'm one of the viewers. Amina's one of the viewers, and I don't know who the other viewer is, but I have three viewers right now. I'm gonna switch subjects a little bit here. Go to hit me with your best Chuck Norris joke. Hit me with that Chuck Norris joke. 101 best Chuck Norris joke. Look, I'm gonna look this stuff up. Got a computer here, right? I think my favorite one is, and I'll say it right here. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Bush Jr., and Chuck Norris all die and go to heaven at the same time, right? God says to him, and he says, "Listen, uh, I've only got one seat next to me. Obviously, Jesus is here. The other seat's available. Uh, so I'll give it to one of you three. You tell me why you deserve this seat. What did you do on earth to make you deserve this seat next to me?" Arnold Schwarzenegger steps up first, and he goes, "Well, I helped millions of people by my movies. I ran the state of California and saved them California millions of dollars. I did great things for the community and for everyone around the world by acting." God kind of shakes his head and goes, "Okay, okay, all right. What about you, George W. Bush?" "Well, I freed Iraq from a tyranny nation, got rid of dictator Saddam Hussein, I saved millions of people's lives. Admirable, very admirable." "Mr. Norris, what about you?" Mr. Norris looks up at God and says, "You're in my seat. I'll just pretend there's laughter around here." Sorry. These people back out shooting fireworks right in my backyard. It's weird. Did you know that if you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win forever? In the beginning, there was nothing. Then Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked nothing and told it to get a job. When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please." Chuck Norris is fierce and cheerful. Too bad he never cries. Chuck Norris drinks napalm to fight his heartburn. Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. Chuck Norris has counted to infinity twice. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle. That was one of my favorites. Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. Chuck Norris can kill two stones with one bird. Chuck Norris makes onions cry. Chuck Norris can drown a fish. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing some lives. I'm just trying to get some, or not some lives, some videos throughout the week. Um, but I'm gonna try to start doing some video editing. I have been told that I'm really good with like military history, which is true. Um, and I thought about doing a segment where I tell stories about military heroes and stuff like that. So tonight I might try that. But I want to do like a video, a segment where I got the whole thing planned out in my head. I just got to get some better video editing. Um, let's see. All right, we can talk about the most decorated man in the U.S. Army history. If you know who I'm talking about, I mean, I won't say yes because I know you know who he is. All right, the most decorated soldier in U.S. Army history. His name is Audie Murphy. Who was Audie Murphy? Audie Murphy eventually became the most decorated U.S. soldier in World War II. Through he was 20 years old at the end of the war. He killed 240 German soldiers. He had been wounded 3 times and earned 33 awards and medals. After the war, he appeared in more than 40 films. He suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder throughout his life. His early life. He was born in Kingston County, Texas, on June 20th, 1925. Murphy was raised in a sharecropper's dilapidated house. Murphy's father, Emmett, fell short of his parental responsibilities to his father uh, to father children, 12 in all. So Audie Murphy had 11 brothers and sisters. Despite the fact that he had no plan for how to feed them, picking up the slack, Murphy helped feed his mother and siblings by hunting rabbits and other small animals around the property. In 1940, Murphy's father deserted the family for good, and his mother passed away a year later. Moved to do something in honor of his mother's life, Murphy enlisted in the Army 10 days after his 17th birthday. in February of 1943. He left for North Africa where he received extensive training. A few months later, Murphy's division moved to invade Sicily. He acted on the ground and impressed his superior officers. They quickly promoted him to corporal. While fighting in the wet mountains of Italy, Murphy contracted malaria. Despite such setbacks, he continually distinguished himself in battle. In August 1944, Murphy's division moved into southern France, part of Operation Dragoon. It was there where his friends felt his best friend, Laddie Tipton, was lured into an open and killed by a German soldier pretending to surrender. Engaged by this act, Murphy charged and killed the Germans and killed his friend. He then commandeered the German's machine gun and grenade and attacked several more nearby positions, killing all the German soldiers there. Murphy was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for his actions. Over the course of World War II, Murphy witnessed the deaths of hundreds of fellow and enemy soldiers. He died with great courage in the face of horrors. He was awarded 33 U.S. military medals, including 3 Purple Hearts and a Medal of Honor. In June 1945, Murphy returned home from Europe a hero and was greeted with parades and elaborate banquets. Life magazine honored the brave baby-faced soldier by putting him on the cover of its July 16, 1945 issue. The photograph inspired actors James Cagney to call Murphy and invite him to Hollywood to begin acting. Despite his celebrity, however, Murphy struggled for years to gain recognition. In later years, 1949, Murphy published an autobiography, To Hell and Back. The book quickly became a national bestseller, and in 1955, after much inner debate, he decided to portray himself in the film version of his book. The movie was a hit and held Universal Studios records for the highest grossing motion picture until 1975. Murphy would go on to make 44 feature films in all. In addition to acting, he became a successful country music songwriter, and many of his songs were recorded by well-known artists, including Dean Martin, Jerry Wallace, and Harry Nilsson. During his rise to fame, Murphy met and married 21-year-old actress Wanda Hendricks in 1949. Their marriage appeared to be rocky from the start, and they announced plans to divorce in 1950. He married again in 1951, this time to Pamela Archer, who he had 2 children and played who had 2 children with. Plagued by insomnia and nightmares, he continued a condition that would eventually become known as post-traumatic stress disorder. Murphy suffered from a powerful addiction to sleeping pills. In his later years, Murphy squandered his fortune of gambling and bad investments and was financially ruined, and he died in a plane crash on May 28, 1971. Murphy was buried at Arlington National Cemetery on June 7, 1971, and was given full military honors. So that's just a little bit. That's just, you guys talk about military history. That's history of Audie Murphy. Was a decorated soldier in the U.S. Army, at least up until recently. I mean, a state challenge would sound good. I did hear, like I said, I heard that those stakes at that place were really, really like bristle and down. That's why it's hard to complete that challenge. I don't know. Maybe it'd be a good idea to try it out anyways. Or at least grab a stake at that place. It's called the Big Texan. It's right there. You're coming into Amarillo from the east. You're coming from the east to the west. It's right there. You'll see it on the freeway. You'll see signs for all over Texas, all over New Mexico, all over those states down there. My audio's still acting up. Check, check, 1, 2. It is again, my goodness. Okay, hold on. Mic check, mic check. Check, check, 1, 2. That's better. I think I got it fixed. Yeah. All right. Can you hear my other TV? It's like an echo. Don't hear the other TV. Oh, good. If that's the case, I can have this turned on and I can continue to monitor, make sure my sound stays right.
Hello.
Probably hear it now. What's up, Josh?
Not much. How are you?
Pretty good. You probably hear my other TV now.
Nope.
You don't hear the echo now?
No, sir.
That's crazy. Because it's echoing on my end because I'm hearing my conversation from like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah. So when I joined TikTok, bad echo. I had to leave. I'm sorry.
Interesting. So I can't hear you live on my computer unless I unplug my TV. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out because I've got
What you
another
got going on?
monitor hooked up right here.
Okay. So you can't hear it live? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, now I can hear you live, but it's weird because it's like, hold on, let me turn the TV down.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hear it, but
All right, go
you're
ahead and
gonna.
talk, Josh.
Hello, hello, hello.
I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying. That's weird.
Can you hear
Let
me?
me turn the volume up on my computer. No, that's 100%. Let me
Can
turn
you
the
hear me?
volume up on the TV.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
How about now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Test, test.
but it's weird because you're coming through like live on my TV. But like, of course, the video and the audio from the TV is still running the podcast like 5 seconds before. So I'm hearing you talk, or I'm hearing myself talk as you're talking live.
So that just means your speaker settings are off on what device you're wanting your speakers to come through for your live.
I wonder if I can mute. Right, right. That makes sense. Playback speed normal. Try that. Maybe no. That slows everything down. That speeds everything up. Normal. Audio quality. That's weird.
So when you go into your settings, you should have a settings down at the bottom of your screen for StreamYard.
Right.
You go
Settings,
into your
okay.
settings and click audio, and there's a setting for your mic and a setting for your speakers. Change your speaker setting to whatever speakers you want those to hear out of for your live. Do you see that?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Let me know. Test 1 2.
That's it.
There we go. I do hear an echo now. Let me know. Test 1 2.
Now maybe I can mute this. All right, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. It was an echo on my side.
That was what it was. See, Josh, you're a genius.
Got you.
Yeah, see, that's genius right there. That's why I need a producer. I need someone that can help set these shows up for me and knows more about computers and stuff. So
Sorry, I was a little late.
it's okay. It's okay. Better late than never, right?
I can hear myself. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream though.
Let me go back to the unmuted screen.
I can hear myself. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream.
I don't hear it on the stream, so
It's very slight. It's weird.
so you're just on my computer now. So
Fair enough.
it might be my computer picking or the mic picking up the computer sound now. So
Also, if you go into settings and you go back to audio,
settings,
you can reduce mic background noise.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's do this. That's probably going to be worse right there.
Hello. Oh, hello. Nope. Can't hear myself.
Can't hear yourself anymore?
Nope.
Perfect.
We're good.
I think we figured it out. Sorry. My friend Amina left. I had a couple viewers on here, and they all just kind of left. Let me get some viewers back on here. All right.
Yeah, I can shoot it out too.
Fix my sound quality again. Let's see who else is all online tonight. You just missed me talking about Audie Murphy a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah?
It's been brought to my attention that a lot of people feel that I know a lot about military history, which I mean isn't wrong. I mean I do know a lot about military history. When you're in the military, Army, Navy, whatever, you learn a lot about the branches you're in. Like that's part of like going through base training. Like the first couple things they do is they teach you a little bit about the history of your branch that you're serving in. Having been in two different branches, I learned a little bit about Navy and Army. And so yeah, today I was talking about Audie Murphy and how he was the most decorated soldier in the U.S. Army, at least during World War II. I don't know if that changed at all. I think if there's been more decorated soldiers since then, it's hard to establish that because a lot of these special operations guys, like, they don't get recognition because it's top secret what they're doing. A lot of their missions are black ops, so they can't have recognition for those missions. So let's see here. I don't invite as many people I can see online here, blasting it out to everybody that I think might come watch. All right. So I know I'm one of the viewers on here because I've got it pulled up on my other TV. So I bought a TV from the pawn shop right before I got laid off over there.
Yeah, you slightly told me about that when you were at the parade. What happened?
Yeah.
If you care to
So
share.
they're making cutbacks. They're and I know kind of what they're doing. So their physical year ends July 1st. So they wanted to make some cutbacks before the end of their physical year. And so they laid off 80 people across their company, which they have 30 stores across Washington and Idaho. So it makes sense. But there was a lot of talk before, like back in like May and June, that they were talking about expanding. And in order to get to an expansion, they have to be able to go to the bank and say, hey, we make a lot of money at these stores. I feel like we could go into Montana or Wyoming or wherever they're trying to expand to and be successful. And so, yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. I am eligible for rehire. I've already applied for unemployment with them and whatever like that. So it's not like a bad thing. It's not like I got fired or anything like that. But it does suck. It was a good form of income I had going, but I found a truck driving job. I think I'm going to go take. They're out. You do your 34-hour resets at home. That's what they want you to do. It's either that or hot shotting. I've got a hot shotting job offered to me. I don't know if I really want to do the hot shotting job. It's nice. It'd be nice to drive in a regular pickup truck and just drive up and down the freeway. But then again, it's harder to get good sleep in that seat of a truck, I would think.
Yeah.
These trucks
I mean,
these trucks I'll be driving out of it's a company out of Ogden, Utah. They only go to California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Utah, Nevada, parts of Arizona. That's like the whole area they run. And the guy's like, yeah, you can do a steady diet between Montana and Idaho and we'd keep you busy. I'm like, oh, all right. That means I'd be home like every couple nights because I could go up to Billings and almost get back here. I don't know. It'd be worth it, I think.
what are you
Their
hauling?
drivers get paid percentage of loads. You're home every 7 days or so.
What would you be hauling?
Refrigerated stuff. Yeah, just frozen foods. The guy said we haul a lot of potatoes out of here, like out of Idaho, like Falls, Pocatello, which is a little bit south of us here, about 45 minutes south. And they go to like San Diego a lot, and then they'll go pick up other vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, bring them up this way to
It's gonna
Utah.
throw your schedule off.
What's that?
So that might throw your schedule off here.
It might, and it might not. Like, I think all my equipment's easy enough to like transport with me, and I'll do it right back. The truck has an APU on it. I would have to get some sort of internet hotspot device or something, which I have already with Verizon.
Right.
The lady was telling me that most of their drivers make between $1,500 and $1,800 a week take home, which, I mean, it's better than what I was
It's
getting
not
paid.
horrible.
Yeah, not horrible, not great, not super great. I mean, at the height of my truck driving career, I was pulling in $3,500 a week. So,
Were you ever owner operator?
I was. I did have my own truck for a little while. The engine blew. I didn't have 35 grand to rebuild an engine, so I had to bounce out of that. for any of you guys watching later on or watching this program, like buying your own truck, there's so much expenses to go behind it. And I'll break it down for you. A brand new semi truck, let's say Kenworth or a Freightliner Cascadia or a Kenworth T680. Those are like the most common Peterbilt 587. There they are. The Peterbilt 587s. Those are all like the most common trucks you'll see like hauling. And depending on what you're hauling, if you're hauling flatbed, you're going to want something with more torque. A Cummins engine. What's up? I saw a little face behind you over your shoulder there for a second, dude.
Yep.
You got some family running around here? What's going on, dude?
Company.
Okay. Well, shout out to that little man right there. Just this little face appeared over your shoulder. Bing, there it was. Oh, well, there's more. Okay, they're kind of ghosted in the background. It's kind of weird, but anyways, but no, for real. So those are the main trucks, and depending on what you're hauling, you're going to want the right engine for the job, right? If you're hauling heavy haul stuff, you're going to want an engine with torque. Generally, the engines with torque are those Cummins X15 engines with the turbos, things like that. You're going to want that torque because you're going to be pulling hills, especially living out west here. If you're hauling flatbed stuff, you're going to be going through Wyoming, the hills of Colorado, up here in Idaho. You're going to be going through hills, and you're going to be having to haul up hills. And there's nothing more embarrassing than going 5 miles an hour up a hill. I'm telling you. So you're going to want some torque, right? If you're hauling reefer stuff,
get yourself a Mac.
What's that?
Get yourself a Mac.
Yeah. If you're hauling reefer stuff, it matters, but it doesn't really matter. A general reefer load is 44,000 pounds of frozen goods in the back of a reefer truck. And you're looking at, depending on the size of the truck too. So there's so much mathematics that goes into deciding what you're hauling, how much you're hauling, how much you can haul. But putting this all into perspective, the main trucks are the Kenworth T680s, the Freightliner Cascadias, the Volvo, I don't know what they are. I don't know. I'm not a big Volvo guy. And then, of course, you've got the Peterbilt 587s or whatever they are. So those four trucks right there are the majority of the trucks that are out on the freeway today. Those trucks alone, brand new, range from anywhere $175,000 to $250,000 a piece for a brand new truck. All right, put that into perspective, guys. Now, if you want to go haul reefer products, refrigerated products, frozen foods, vegetables, you can also haul dry goods because you just flip the reefer off and you've got a dry goods van, a dry van. So a dry van trailer or a reefer trailer, a dry van trailer will run you brand new, probably $90,000. You're looking at $130,000 or so for a brand new reefer trailer. So altogether, you're looking at almost $500,000 to get started with a truck and trailer. All right. Now, with that math, they'll put you on a 5-year program. Let's just say most lease companies or most companies you lease onto or whatever like that put you on a 5-year program. So I'm gonna do some math here for you guys. We're looking at $250 for the truck plus we'll say $130 for a trailer. $380,000. Now to get started and get your truck on the road, you have to have licensing and everything else. It's $5,000 roughly for your authority, so you can run under your own authority. It's about another $5,000 to get your tags and titles and everything for the first year. So you're looking at $135,000. No, that's not right. Hold on. $250 plus we'll say $140. Writing in those are the prices now. All right. So you're looking at $390,000 right now. You're also going to want to drop about $10,000. So 390 plus 10,000 onto a fuel card so that you can start moving product down the road. And as you buy fuel off that fuel card, you're going to get paid back. So owner operators don't really start making a profit until 3 or 4 months in. Shabaka. So you have to have, you're good. You have to have like a starting fee, right? $10,000 is a good way to start, and you can get going. That'll get you gas money, get you go down the freeway. Now, let's add about another 20 grand in cost for unexpecteds down the road. You're looking at $420,000 just to get started. So let's say you get a loan. $450,000 is what you're going to get because you want a little bit of capital for overhead capital. So you can have wiggle room if you have to replace an engine off the bat, because you never know. Like these engines could come off the assembly line brand new, and you blow it 10,000 miles down the road. Your first month. Now you got to replace an engine 10,000 miles in, and yes, there's warranties and everything else like that, but there's still cost into it. So $450,000, they're going to give you a 10-year loan, 10 years. So divided by 10, you're paying $45,000 a year. That doesn't include fuel cost, like weekly, monthly fuel cost. This is just the cost of your machine, your equipment. So $45,000 divided by 12. It's not bad. You're paying $3,700 a month for all the costs and everything. Now let's say you want to pay it off the truck. You want to pay the truck off early, $450. A lot of people will do a 5-year loan divided by 60. That's $7,500 a month. You're outpaying towards just your equipment. These trucks get about 8 miles to the gallon. 8 times a 200-gallon tank. You're looking at 1,600 miles for a full tank. Hello, Bree. What's up? So you're going 1,600 miles. That's probably half a week. You're filling up twice a week at least with that fuel economy. Average diesel fuel. Average diesel fuel cost around the country right now. Let's see, 2024. Closest one I have is March at $4.02 a gallon. So think about this: 200 gallons. You got to fill up 200 gallons. Actually, you'll do like 180. You're on empty. You've always got about 20 gallons in that tank at the bottom, kind of sloshing around. So 180 gallons is what you're probably going to fuel up on almost empty, times 4.02. $723 every time you fill that truck up. Twice a week. That's $1,400, almost $1,450 a week in fuel. Times 4. You're looking at close to $6,000 a month in fuel. Plus that $7,500 we said for costs of everything else, right? Oops. Let's say 5. We said 6,000. We'll just say round up 6,000 plus 7,500. Your cost for the month is right around 13,500. Now, if you go to a company, you'll have to average $10,000 a week times 4. That's $40,000 a month times 0.88%, which is what the going rate for most owner ops are, is about right around 88%. You're profiting $35,200 a month. Now we take out those expenses, which I said, what, 16,000 something? No, it's 13,500. Minus 13,500. Your profit is now down to $21,700. And a lot of people were thinking, man, $20,000 a month, great. Okay, not yet. I would say probably with a new truck, taking out $2,000 a month for maintenance. So you're looking at 21,000 minus 2,000. That's now you're down to $19,000 a month. Minus, I'd say another 2,000, because you want to build your business, you want to grow. $17,000 a month is what you're profiting, divided by 4. You're making $4,200 a week. People think, oh man, that's great. You're never home. You're always out on the road. I did that budgeting off of you out driving 4 straight weeks a month. You might be home for your 34-hour reset, gone again. Just that's it. You don't get to spend time with family. That's the downfall that people don't get with this whole thing. And then they're like, well, I'm making this money. I want to spend time with my family. Okay. Let's times that by 4 again. And then divide by, if you wanted to go out and let's see, 17,000. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this all out. Well, divided by 4, that's right. Times 3. If you go out 3 weeks out of the month, you're still making $12,750. Get a little more time at home with your family, which is fine, but divided by 3, that's $4,250 a week. You're still making the same amount, but you got to remember, you got to put all this money away for growing your business, buying a second truck, all this other stuff. Maybe pay your truck off early. A lot of drivers will go buy trucks brand new, finance them, whatever. And this is what I've learned is the best way to do it. You go buy a truck brand new. You don't ever buy anything used. Buy a truck brand new. Buy a trailer brand new. You're going to deal with a lot of maintenance issues in the first year. The average truck driver puts about 100 to, let's say, 150, 120,000 miles a year on his truck, 10,000 miles a month. So 120,000 miles times about 3. You're looking at 360 plus 120. All right, so about 4 years. You run that truck for 4 years. It's not paid off yet, but you've paid, if you're paying, let's see, 250. Divided by 60. You've been paying $4,100 a month for 4 years. So that's 48 months. 4166 times 48. You've made $199,000 worth of payments on that truck. Right? Your truck's not worth that. Your truck's not worth $199,000. You go trade that truck in. It's at 308 or 450,000 miles or so. You go trade that truck in. You're probably going to get. You're probably going to get 100,000. Here's what you do: you take the 100,000, you apply it to the trade-in of your new vehicle, your new truck, which is priced at $250,000. Minus $100,000, you're only financing $150,000 of a truck. It's brand new, right? You drive this new truck for another 4 years, and right before it hits 500,000 miles, you trade it in again. Warranty is about to run out, 500,000 miles. Now you trade it in for another probably $100,000. But in that meantime, you've had a chance to save up because your payments on the other truck were lower. You already put $100,000 down. You're only paying $3,000 a month instead of the $4,000 a month. An actual one divided by 60. Now you've been paying $2,500 a month. So now you pay that. You've invested a lot more money in that next 5 years, the same amount, but you're getting another trade-in at $100,000. Hold on, you sent me here. I've been hearing a lot about this. Like they're trying to replace Joe Biden on the candidacy. I don't know who they're going to replace him with.
Sounds like Kamala.
I mean, if she takes over, she would have to invoke the 25th Amendment, which means the president is incapable of fulfilling his duties as president of the United States, which I don't think he was ever fit to become president in the first place, my opinion. And that's based off of pure like medical facts. Like we saw him like really struggling. I tried adding that. Why did it disappear?
My
Go
bad.
put that back up again.
Yeah, that was my fault.
There we go. Add to stage. So there's been a lot of pushback on basically invoking the 25th Amendment for the rest of the term that President Biden is serving right now, and putting President Biden, kind of just out of the loop. I was watching a report earlier today about how he the White House doctor, or whoever there's a doctor in charge of making sure that the White House, or the staff in the White House is healthy and okay. And he said he met with President Biden a couple times, and this is since the debate took place, because he saw a lot of concerns during the debate. And he said, "Well, I'm going to take a look at him." So he did. He looked at him and said his hands were like really cold, like ice in a very warm room. There was Bree asked the question, "How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?" I know the answer to that. A woodchuck could chuck all the wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That's just, I mean, woodchucks chuck wood. This is what they do. Anyways, yeah, the doctor said he gave Biden a physical, and he did not look good at all. Like his memory was going, which we've known since he took office. His hands were cold, which is a sign of lack of blood flow to the extremities, the hands and the feet, stuff like that, which is also a sign of dementia and things like that too. Because dementia is a form of lack of blood flow to the brain. That's why when you go running and stuff like that, in the Navy SEALs, for example, they teach us what they do is they make you run 10 miles up a beach, and the whole time you're running, you're answering questions, math problems and history questions and stuff like that. They're trying to stimulate the blood flow to your brain so you can think on the move, think on the fly, right? It's the same thing that happens if you go for a run. Yes, you're going to be winded, but at the end of the run, you're also going to be you're not all there thought process wise. Your brain's going to be a little fried. You're going to be a little disoriented. Same thing if you get in a car accident or something like that. Lack of brain. That's why people think, "Oh, man, I have a headache." They just want to take some Tylenol and lay down. No, drink some more water, then take some Tylenol and lay down. Hydration and blood flow to the brain is what causes most headaches.
This one was 7 hours ago.
7 hours ago.
I don't know if you want the sound.
You can turn the sound on. Let's do it.
Response time. I think we saw that, sort of in a sustained fashion. Definitive word retrieval mix-ups.
I think this is the interview I was watching earlier.
Confused speech, reduced voice volume as well, and reduced facial movements. And these things can all be connected. We often think of cognition simply being memory, but if someone has an underlying movement disorder, for example, that can actually affect cognition in the sense that people may have more flattened affect, face, and not really be speaking as quickly or as loudly. Now, if he were my patient, if he were my dad, frankly, I would want to get more testing done, cognitive testing and more detailed movement disorder testing as well.
So he says it's funny because more testing. And he's not wrong, because like when it comes to like cognitive functions and stuff like that, when loved ones or parents are start getting older, like I lived through it with my grandmother, my grandfather, my girlfriend's mother. She passed away from dementia, or Alzheimer's, however you want to, however you want to split that hair. And everything he said, more testing and stuff like that, to the point where extreme care is needed. They need to go into memory care units to where they can have help. My grandmother would constantly eat stuff that she wasn't supposed to eat, mainly like peanut butter. It was too high in cholesterol for her, so she would eat it, and it was bad for her heart. She'd constantly do it. She'd constantly get angry at us for not being, oh, my grandson Nathan will be back. I am your grandson Nathan. It's yeah, there's a lot to it. I really feel like President Biden has Alzheimer's. It's early stage. It's not even really early stage. I saw it before he took office. There were signs of it back then. I think it's past the point of early stages now. I think he's getting to the point where it's different if you have like the right medical teams to help you out. And being the president of the United States, obviously you've got a lot of people that are there to help you out, but like it's different when you don't have the medical teams that have that experience, stuff like that. He's got the best doctors in the country, obviously helping him out. I mean, he's the president, so access to the best of everything. When you're the president of the United States, you have to be well taken care of as the president, leader of the free nation. Anyways, Josh, I started off the whole podcast with asking my viewers how was your 4th of July?
4th of July was good.
Good.
Went over to a friend's house with, the day prior, we went and bought a bunch of fireworks and went over to his house and shot them off with all the kids and stuff. Had dinner, played games. It was a good 4th of July.
Nice. Yeah, mine was
And
pretty good
yours?
until the end. I went to the parade in the morning yesterday, which was awesome. Then I got back from the parade to the house, and I was tired because I hadn't slept the night before. Maybe it got thrown out or something. I made a poster board, and at the parade I had a table set up. I had a camera, the camera up, and it was a little fuzzy and blurry, like the whole screen, because that was the sun glare. But I know for next year I'm going to fix that problem. I do plan on podcasting next year for the parade. Anyways, yeah, it was good. Like, and then we came home, and I ran to Sam's Club because we were almost out of toilet paper. You can't go through the 4th of July without toilet paper, right?
No.
So we went to Sam's Club, bought some toilet paper, and they had these like little tiny beef sliders. So we bought those with some buns. Dude, we had a bunch of sliders yesterday. Fantastic. Good food.
Yeah, we
And
just did good old
it was time
pizza.
for what's that?
I said we just did good old pizza.
There you go. Pizza's good too. Americano, right?
Yep.
Pizza as described in the United States as Americana. It's if you go eat real pizza in Italy, it's like a cracker with like some sauce and cheese. That's a pizza in Italy. But anyways, yeah, we did those little sliders. We came back, or I took a little nap, and then I was getting ready for the fireworks show and went down to the fireworks show, and then my stepkids caused a scene, so I left. I was like, I'm not going to watch the fireworks. They started a fire, first of all, and then they were throwing fireworks at each other, which wouldn't have been such of a problem, but we were in like a group of people, and like they were throwing them and missing and hitting people inside the group, and so I was like, no. I asked them to stop. They kind of backmouthed me, and so I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. Not gonna be a part of this. So I left. I did get to see fireworks the night before. July 3rd is actually Idaho's birthday.
Fair enough.
So the city that I live in, so my apartment complex borders a junior high. Like behind our complex is a junior high.
Mhm.
And the city of Ammon, which is technically where the city I live in, my address will say Idaho Falls, but the city of Ammon is the one I live in. Right behind us is that junior high. They launched fireworks from there. I mean, they're so close. Like I was looking straight up into the sky to see these fireworks. So I got to see a good fireworks show. So I'm not too worried about it. Not to mention, like I'm not going to let some kids ruin my 4th of July. It was a good day. I had a good day.
We're
America's
gonna go
birthday is
do
always
some more fireworks tomorrow.
nice.
Yep.
We got Utah's birthday on the 24th of July, which kind of gets celebrated here in southern Idaho, just because a lot of the settlements here in southern Idaho were established by Mormon pioneers or people coming from Utah. Oh, man. I've got 44 subscribers and growing because I need to get a hold of. There's a company called Rise Karma. They're on. I've seen videos for them on YouTube and stuff like that. That I did. I paid for. It was $60. I paid for 500 viewers, 500 new followers to come
Hmm.
over and watch my videos and stuff on YouTube. Unfortunately, I haven't had any of them start coming through. They said it might take a couple weeks before the viewers start kind of coming in, but we'll see. I haven't had any new substantial growth yet, but we'll see. And I'm only going to pay for that once because I feel like once I get like 500 people on here watching every week, I feel like we could really get a lot more views and stuff. My least
Yeah.
watched video, to be honest with you, was the fireworks show or the parade yesterday. 8 total viewers.
So I think that was partially because of the audio.
It probably
wasn't
was.
the
The audio
greatest.
wasn't good. People do tell me that the audio was kind of trash, but I was using my
We
other
could
mic too. And
we
this one
could
I
hear
haven't used a
you.
lot. What's that?
I said we could hear you, but over everything else, it was quite rough to listen to.
Makes sense. Bree says that'll be awesome. It will be awesome to have a lot more viewers. Can you imagine like all the different see, my point of the podcast is to get people talking, right? And if we have more views and more people coming on and giving their opinions and stuff like that, it would just expand the conversation that we have on here. Not that we don't have good conversations on here. It's just that it would think about how many more people would be on here, giving us different views, different viewpoints on each subject that we talk about. I have been told by a lot of people that I need to start doing some shorts throughout the week. Little 10-minute videos I throw up on there. That'll get a lot of views too. And I want to. Like for example, like I just did that little spiel tonight about Audie Murphy. If I did, I want to do. I know you've heard of him. We've talked about this before, Josh. That guy that he would do like he would sit in a nice big old chair with a robe on and a nightgown and whatever like that. And he would talk about some military hero, a veteran or a Medal of Honor recipient or something like that. And he would tell their story. It's kind of what I want to do. I want to retell the stories of the heroes. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that think you and I are heroes for just serving, and I don't doubt them. I mean, you are a hero, Josh. You're a hero in my book. You swore an oath. I swore an oath, and I don't classify myself as a hero, but I mean, these guys
I'm
won the Medal of
just
Honor.
someone who served.
Yeah, but I mean, I get told I'm a hero all the time, and I'm like, I mean, sure, and I appreciate that, but what about the ones that gave their lives, or what about the ones that saved lives, multiple lives during during conflict and battle and stuff like that? Just those are the true heroes, the Medal of Honor winners, the ones that were killed in combat. Those guys were the ones that I feel are the heroes to me. I don't know how you feel about that.
I agree 100%. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I need to start doing something like short stuff like that. I also thought about it'd be fun to. I should get myself like a little handheld karaoke setup, right? And just go down to like downtown Idaho Falls on a busy day or whatever like that. Just walk up to somebody and be like, sing karaoke right now, like just on the spot, put people on the spot, like see how many people are willing to do it, right? And when people
Gotcha.
do it, like maybe like, hey, sing a song, I'll give you $10. You know?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So my dad's here. See the speaker?
Well, yeah, something like that. And a microphone.
And then
pay
so
you.
that's a JBL.
Okay. The JBL are nice.
I have the 2 JBL microphones that go with it.
That's what's up.
So come on down to Albuquerque. Have yourself a karaoke sesh.
Dude, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, not even just that, but like that should be part of like our like. I'm serious. Like some of my shorts, I'm gonna start posting on YouTube, is just going into random cities and just standing on the street, and when people walk by, be like, $10 karaoke. You sing, I'll give you $10.
Yeah.
Sing live right now for the show, not live, but sing for my video. Boom, $10. You know, but that's where I need funding. That's where I need like a sponsorship. If I had a sponsor, I'd do the heck out of that stuff. I think I get more followers if I did that.
Contact JBL.
Huh?
Contact JBL.
Dude, I'm telling you, ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Get all the JBL, like, listen, if you guys sponsor me, send me a speaker and everything I need. I will go down on the streets and I will record people random karaoke, right? Just what is it?
Mhm.
We got to call a name for it. So there's a taxi cab karaoke thing. They have what about sidewalk karaoke?
Well, you said you're getting back into trucking karaoke.
Trucking karaoke. Hit the truck stops and just be like, "Yo, $10, you sing."
There you go.
I got you. Right? Oh, dude, that's even better. Yeah, hit the truck stops up at some random truck stop in Montana. Be like, $10, you sing right now. Whatever you want to sing. I'll have my computer out. I'll get a bunch of songs downloaded. Boom, done. I'll blast the music. You sing.
There you go.
Yeah, trucking karaoke. I mean, people don't want to hear me sing. They probably subscribe and tell me to shut up.
Me as well.
Even though I have been told a lot of that I have a good voice, and I've heard you sing before too. Your voice is pretty good too.
I appreciate it. No, you have a good voice as well.
I got to figure something out because like all these people that make money on these shows, like they have like a little niche or something like that. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but look at Hawk 2 Girl.
Yeah.
she's rolling now, man.
Yeah.
It's just something as simple as that, and people go freaking ape nuts over that kind of stuff. It's crazy. Oh, looking at all the final baseball scores. The Guardians lost, thank goodness. Did the Twins lose too? They did, thank goodness. Because we all lost today, so that sucks for my team. If my team would have won, they would have gained a little bit of ground on our division. We keep falling in our division. It sucks. By the way, the Braves did lose today.
I see that.
8 games behind Cleveland in the division, 2 games behind Minnesota. I don't care. Like all we need is the division. We just need to get to the second place of the division because now baseball has it to where you win the division, you automatically go to the playoffs. You come in second place in the division, you get into the wild card. So if the Royals could at least get into the second place in their division, but they're playing good for such a young team. I think we're one of the youngest teams in Major League Baseball this year. We're 48-42, which is better than a lot of other teams out there. It's the best team in baseball right now. That'd be the Phillies. My goodness. Phillies are 58-30. Good Lord.
When did Cleveland change their name?
This is their third season as the Guardians.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the Indians was too offensive.
Oh, is that same
That's why
reason?
they changed their name from the Indians to the Guardians.
Same reason that Washington changed their name in football.
Yeah, from the Redskins to the Commanders. So it's funny because people don't understand this. This is why there's been a push. Actually, there's been a push more recently to change the Commanders back to the Redskins, because, for example, the Cleveland Indians called themselves the Cleveland Indians because in like the 1920s they were known as the Cleveland Spiders, and they had a baseball player who was a Native American. He played for them. And when they changed their name from the Spiders, they went to the Cleveland Indians because they figured, hey, we're going to pay homage to our Native American baseball player that played for us. And they were the Indians from like 1940 till like 2022 or something like that. Then they became the Guardians. Just ridiculous that people are like, oh, it's so offensive. They took away that their logo, their mascot, that chief, the little Indian on their head, on their Chief Wahoo was the name of the guy, not the guy, but the Chief Wahoo was the name of their logo. Honestly, a lot of Native American cultures are like, that's not offensive. Like they're honoring our heritage, right? Same thing with the.
So what is their? What's their
that?
logo now? I got to go look up their logo.
It's just a C. It's just a C for Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a in their jersey just say Cleveland on them or Guardians.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice and boring.
Very, very nice and boring, just like Washington, just a W.
Yep.
Ooh, that's
Yep.
cool. Too bad they can't get W's.
True statements.
Oh, the Commanders suck. I'm sorry. The W on their helmets, the only W's they're going to get. Dude, we'll put that in retrospect. The Commanders had 4 wins last season.
Oh, man.
And I don't think they're going to get any better. Dallas is good. Philadelphia is good. The Giants are probably better than Washington. So they're probably going to be at the bottom of that division forever. Oh, anyways. No, there's pushback right now to change the Washington Commanders back to the Washington Redskins. And this push is coming from the Native American Association. Like there's an association, Native Americans of the United States or something like that. There's a push from them, the Native American community, to change their name back. There's been talk that people are going to try to come and change the Kansas City Chiefs name. All right. We can keep it Kansas City Chiefs. We'll just be the Kansas City Fire Chiefs. Boom. Not offensive, right? Kansas City Navy Chiefs.
But what about Kansas City Police? They're going to get upset.
Oh, well, then we can be the Kansas City Chiefs. You can represent the police or the fire chiefs, right? See, it works. But no, like, so, okay, and there's the other thing. Like, people like, oh, well, Kansas City Chiefs use the arrowhead. That's offensive. A chief is royalty. We're honoring royalty, Native American royalty, right? And then the reason the Chiefs are named the Chiefs, and people don't understand this, but when they moved from Dallas, they used to be the Dallas Texans before the Dallas Cowboys ever existed. They were part of the AFL. They won 3 AFL championships before they moved to Kansas City. When Dallas said, we don't want a team here in Dallas anymore, the Chiefs picked up and they moved to Kansas City. The reason they moved to Kansas City is because the mayor at the time of Independence, Missouri, which is where the Chiefs play right now, they don't play in Kansas City proper, they play in Independence, Missouri. which if you know geography, Independence is literally the outskirts of Kansas City. It's a suburb, essentially. Anyways, their stadiums are in Independence, Missouri. But if you look at the New England Patriots, they don't play in Boston.
Dallas Cowboys don't play in Dallas.
Nope, they play in Arlington. No, they don't play in Arlington. They play in Arlington's baseball team. The Rangers play there. The Dallas Cowboys play in. I'll get this. I've been by their stadium. It's outskirts of Dallas. It's like almost closer to Fort Worth.
I got you. Hold on.
The New York
It's in
Jets don't
Arlington.
play in Arlington. That's right.
Yep.
The New York Jets don't play in New York. They don't even, they play in Jersey.
Yep.
The New York Jets actually play in New Jersey. Trying to see if other teams that actually don't play. San Francisco does not play in San Francisco. They play in Santa Clarita or something like that now. Los Angeles Rams don't play in Los Angeles. They play in it's wherever Snoop and them are from, not
Riverside.
Riverside. That's right. Seattle plays in Seattle. The Arizona Cardinals just play in. They play in Phoenix. Well, they're not even in Phoenix. Was it Glendale? They're just north of Phoenix. They're not actually in Phoenix. Minnesota Vikings play in Minneapolis. The Chicago Bears play in Chicago. Detroit plays in Detroit. Think about all these teams that don't play in their actual. Los Angeles plays in Riverside too. Raiders play in Vegas, of course. That's different. Tennessee Titans play in Nashville. Indianapolis Colts play in Indianapolis. Jacksonville Jaguars. That's all. Houston, Cincinnati. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Bengals do play in Cincinnati. This is at the airport. When you fly to Cincinnati, you actually fly into Kentucky. Their airport's in Kentucky. Pittsburgh Steelers play in Pittsburgh. Browns, Ravens, they all play in Baltimore. Miami, everybody else plays in their prospective city. It's just there's a few teams. Anyways, but no, when the Chiefs the Texans moved from Dallas to Kansas City, aka Independence, Missouri, the mayor of Independence, Missouri, who allowed them to build their stadiums there, was a Native American. So, in honor of him, they became the Kansas City Chiefs. And they've been the Kansas City Chiefs since 1963, where they played in 2 AFL championships before what we know as Super Bowl I. Super Bowl I, is what we know as Super Bowl I, was actually officially called before they didn't start calling them Super Bowls until Super Bowl IV. Super Bowl I was actually called the NFL AFL championship game. And then the second year, it was the AFL NFL championship game. The third year was the AFL NFL championship game. And the fourth year, during Super Bowl IV, was called the Super Bowl. And they retroactively went back and labeled Super Bowl I, II, III as Super Bowls.
And who played in the first one?
It was Green Bay and Kansas City.
And who won?
Green Bay.
Okay.
We
just have to clarify that.
Okay, Green Bay has 4 Super Bowls in their history.
That is true.
How many does Kansas City have? Also 4. So slow your roll, sir. Who's won the last 2 Super Bowls? That's the question I got to ask.
Hey, you guys can have that.
We can, because you guys are far away from winning another Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I don't know. I think Jordan Love is going to do good this year.
Like, Jordan Love's good, but like you look at your whole division. All right. Right now, Detroit's the team to beat in that division. I don't think Green Bay is going to do much this year. Chicago, Chicago's so iffy. Like if they had, like they've got good defense. They've got, I think you guys are going to be number 2 in your division this year. You might make the playoffs, but you're going to have to compete with teams like, I bet you Atlanta's going to do well this year. San Francisco is going to be a top team this year. I would say the Rams will be a good team this year. Dallas is going to be good. Philadelphia is going to be good. There's going to be a lot of teams that they're going to. Let's look at your guys' schedule this year. Let me do a schedule prediction of what I think you guys are going to do coming up. All right. Yeah, that's September, so that's the first game of the season. All right, so your first game of the season, you guys play the Eagles. It's a good game. I'm going to have to give that one to the Eagles. Your next game, you play the Colts. I think you guys will win that game. Then you play the Titans. I think you'll win that game. The Vikings. Your guys in your division, you guys always have a tough division to play in because you guys always like play against each other. Like you guys all step up to play each other. So I think you guys will still beat the Vikings. I think you guys drop the one to the Rams. It's in Los Angeles. They'll beat the Cardinals because everybody beats the Cardinals. Houston, you're going to lose that game because CJ Stroud's amazing right now. He played amazing football this last year. I think you guys lose that one. That one's, 2 losses for you guys? So you guys are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5-2 up to that point.
Yep.
Then you go to Jacksonville. It depends on how
We
Trevor
win.
Lawrence plays and the weapons he
we win.
has. I think you guys lose that game.
Mm.
So 5-3. Now you got the Lions. You lose that game because the Lions are stellar. Like I'm not going to lie, they've got a team. They were a half away from going to the Super Bowl this year. So I think you guys lose that game. You're 5-4. You'll beat the Bears the next game. Then you got a tough game against the Niners the next week. So I think you guys lose that game. You're 6-4 now. You'll beat the Dolphins, I think. So that makes you 7-4. I think you guys go to Detroit and actually squeak out a win against them. That's 8-4. You guys beat the Seahawks. I think the Saints will give you trouble. You'll lose that 8-5. You'll beat the Vikings again, 9-5. And then the Bears. You'll beat the Bears at the end of the season. So 10-5. That's not even a full schedule. I'm missing games on there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same schedule you are, so I followed that right down the list.
I have 3 preseason games. That's weird. Like, okay.
Yeah.
1,
Packers
2,
and Browns,
3.
Packers and Broncos, Packers and Ravens.
Yep. You guys play your preseason game is Cleveland, Denver, Baltimore. So on the road for the first 2 games, home against Baltimore, that last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17 games. Which games did I miss? Okay, hold on. Go down this list again. I think you guys beat Philly to start the season off. There's 1 win. I think you guys beat Indianapolis. You'll beat Tennessee. You'll beat Minnesota. You'll start off 4-0. I think you guys get your first loss at Los Angeles. You'll beat the
We should buy
Ravens,
tickets to the Super Bowl.
down in New Orleans
Yeah.
for like $10,000 a piece. Yeah, sure.
You think so?
So the Rams, you guys will beat
Let me see how much tickets are. Hold on.
I think you guys will lose to Houston. I think you'll lose to Jacksonville. You'll lose to Detroit. You guys are 5-4. You'll beat Chicago after your bye week. You'll lose to San Francisco. You'll beat Miami. You'll beat Detroit. Sweep the series with them, or not sweep the series. Split the series. You'll beat Seattle. You'll lose against New Orleans. You'll beat Minnesota. And you'll beat Chicago. 11-6. My prediction for the Packers. I don't think it's good enough to win your division, but you'll be a wild card game. My prediction.
That's fair.
11-6. It's not a bad season. It's a winning season, and it'll put you guys in the playoffs for the second year in a row. You can't be too mad about that. Jordan Love's he's on an upswing. He's playing good football.
Very
Man,
much
we've got
so.
into our second hour here, but we're good. All right, now let me go, and I'm going to be as unbiased as possible. I'm going to do the Chiefs. NFL, Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see, full schedule. All right. At home versus Baltimore, I think we win. Win-loss. At home versus Cincinnati, I think we get that win. On the road to Atlanta, there's a win. At Los Angeles, there's a win. 4-0, we start off. I think we struggle against New Orleans. We always do, so there's a loss. 4-1 going into the bye. We come out of the bye against San Francisco. I think we get the win because Andy Reid's really good out of the bye. It's in San Francisco, but I think it's going to be tough. We beat the Raiders. We're 7-1 or 6-1, excuse me. We beat Tampa Bay. We beat Denver. I think we lose to Buffalo in Buffalo. We beat Carolina. We beat I think we sweep the Raiders again this year. Piss off all of Raider Nation. I think we lose to Los Angeles at home this year. Chargers, that is. I think we go to Cleveland and beat them. We lose to Houston. We go to Pittsburgh, beat them. We go to Denver and beat them to finish the season off 13-4.
I think you're going to have a hard time against the Bills.
I said we were going to lose the Bills.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I put down the loss to the Bills. I mean, it's in Buffalo. We struggle in the regular season against Buffalo for some reason. We beat them in the playoffs every year, but we struggle against them in the regular season. So I think we beat them. We go 13-4. I think we get the number 2 seed in the AFC. I think the AFC winner is going to be the number 1 team in the AFC. Between, I would say, Cincinnati. That is if Joe Burrow stays healthy. Buffalo could probably get that number 1 seed. Well, I don't know. And so here's another question. Buffalo lost Josh Allen lost all his receivers up there. Gabe Davis left. Stephon Diggs left. Who's he going to throw the ball to? I don't think they drafted. And they could have drafted a receiver in the draft. Unfortunately, a little history lesson here. In 2017, the Chiefs jumped 17 draft picks from 27 to number 10 to pick up some guy named Patrick Mahomes. Don't know how well that turned out for him, but this past year, the Chiefs jumped 4 spots to jump the Buffalo Bills again and pick up some guy named Xavier Worthy, who is yet to be seen how well he'll do. We'll see.
We shall see how worthy he is.
Right. Chiefs had a good draft this year, I think. Xavier Worthy in the first round, who broke the NFL Combine for speed, the 40-yard dash. He broke it. Watching some of his highlight videos from college and stuff like that, he wasn't the greatest receiver at college. He runs routes really well, which is good for the Chiefs because but he had a lot of drops, which is concerning since the Chiefs led the league in drops last year. It's just funny because the Chiefs get this, these are 2 stats that are going to stand out. The Chiefs led the league in drops last year, and they led the league in penalties last year, and they still won the Super Bowl. Imagine what they're going to do if the receivers start catching the ball. Listen to this offense, okay? First of all, Hollywood Marquise Brown, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, who, by the way, I know there's a lot of talk about him being suspended this season because of his little accident he got to in Dallas way back in March. It sounds like the NFL isn't going to put a suspension on him until after this season's over. They would suspend him for the 2025 season. Same thing happened to Alvin Kamara a few years ago. He got suspended a season after his incident took place, which was domestic violence, I believe. Anyway, so there's talk that Rashee Rice may not even get suspended this year. He might be able to play this full season. So we have him as well. So Rashee Rice, Hollywood Marquise Brown, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, I already said Rashee Rice, right? We have Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield. We just re-signed Nicole Hardman, the guy that scored the game-winning touchdown in this Super Bowl. So weapons on offense are not a problem, especially when you've got Patrick Mahomes throwing them the ball. On defense, we re-signed everybody on defense minus one of our safeties, who we got some draft capital out of him when we traded him. We traded him to Tennessee. It's L'Jarius Sneed went to the Tennessee Titans, but we got draft capital out of him, and we got some good draft picks this year. In the draft, they did draft a safety, Jaden Hicks out of Washington State. Not the same school that our other safety came from. He came from Washington, University of Washington, which was our other safety. It's can't think of his name. Having a brain fart right now. We went and got a new center. We do have the center we currently have. We drafted him. He's been there for I think he was a rookie the year we won the Super Bowl against the Niners in 2020. So he's won 3 Super Bowls with us. CJ Hansen, an offensive guard out of Holy Cross. They drafted a cornerback, Kamal Hayden out of Tennessee. Hunter Nurzad, a center out of Penn State. We have to the safety, Jaden Hicks out of Washington State. Tight end, Jared Wiley out of TCU, who, believe it or not, his nickname in high school or in college was Baby Kelce. They said he has the same moves. He plays football like Travis Kelce. So that's good because Travis Kelce just signed a 2-year deal with the Chiefs, probably his last 2-year deal. He'll be turning 37 at the end of his deal, and probably wants to retire and go spend time with that woman he's been hanging out with. Yeah, I think the Chiefs did a good draft this year. And if it comes to like people asking if the Chiefs can three-peat this year and be the first team in NFL history to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, any team can do it. It's them with the roster they have, the head coach they have. The only thing going to stop them is probably a major injury or them making mental mistakes. I think Green Bay has a good roster too. Talk about the Green Bay Packers. Let's see what they did in the draft. Shall we?
I was just reading something. We have Josh Jacobs.
Ooh, you guys picked up Josh Jacobs?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's good. That gets him out of our division because he played against Josh Jacobs. I think he went to where did he go last year? He went to the Giants and didn't do anything there. If I'm thinking that right.
I was reading. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me get back to it.
Yeah, I think he went to the Giants last year and didn't do anything there. Man, you guys had a lot. You guys had a stacked draft.
In 2023, Jacobs signed a 4-year deal with Green Bay for $48 million.
Let's see. Your first pick this year in the draft was Jordan Morgan, an offensive tackle from Arizona. You guys picked up linebackers. So the positions of need for Green Bay were, I would say, receivers, which you guys didn't pick up any receivers. You got a quarterback out of Tulane, Michael Pratt. But you got him in like the 7th round, so don't expect anything from him. You guys got Jordan Love in the 1st round a few years ago. So let's see. A new center, You guys got another safety, Evan Williams out of Oregon. That's a good pick. Oregon's been known for their speed. Oregon State, you got 2 players from Oregon State back-to-back your draft picks. A safety, Kaitan Oladapo. How do you pronounce that last name? I probably butchered it. And then you guys picked up, Georgia State, excuse me. Georgia, offensive tackle out of Georgia. Let me tell you right now, Georgia and Georgia State, University of Georgia. Oh, you guys did pick up a Georgia, the safety, Javon Bullard. Georgia had a great offense and defense this last year. That's why they won back-to-back national championships. Not this last year, but the year before. Michigan won the last national title. But you guys picked up a linebacker out of Missouri, Tyrod Hopper. Decent little draft. You guys have a lot of picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 picks in the draft this year. The good thing about Green Bay is like their players stay a long time. Like you guys don't do a lot of trades. You guys don't get rid of a lot of players. You guys pick players up and you keep them forever.
They're career players with us.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's the one good thing about Green Bay is like if you go to Green Bay, you're there for a long time because they like you or whatever like that. I don't know what's going to be changing because you guys will probably be getting, if you guys don't exceed what you did last year, you'll probably get a new head coach after this season. I don't see the Green Bay Packers like keeping their coach for a longer period of time if they can't get anything done with Jordan Love. But I mean, having the fact that you guys just lost Aaron Rodgers, he left you guys last year? He left you guys last year. But you didn't have him in your roster last year, and you guys still made it to the divisional round of the playoffs last year.
Yep.
And you smacked the Dallas Cowboys around. So team averages 233 passing yards a game, which is 12th in the NFL, 112 yards rushing per game, which is 15th in the NFL. You guys allow the 10th lowest points per game, 20.6. Your average points, 4 is average 22.5 points per game. So, I mean, by those numbers, you guys win every game, but full team stats. Let's take a look at that. The Miami Dolphins were number 1 when it came to yards per game. But, I mean, you've got the fastest receiver in the NFL at this point. 401 yards per game. They had 4,514 passing yards. Let's see, rushing yards, 135 per game. They didn't run the ball a whole lot. There's teams out there that had more. Baltimore had 156 yards rushing a game. It was the highest rushing percentage. The Chiefs had 104 yards per game rushing, but they had 225 yards, 246 yards passing per game. Green Bay comes in at 233 yards passing per game, 112 yards rushing per game. You guys finished at number 11. 11th overall in all the stats for the season. Like Chiefs were number 8. Crazy. Well, Josh, thanks for joining tonight.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm probably gonna call it and go hit the sack because I got to work tomorrow. Work tomorrow and the next day, and then I'm done with this. I'm done at Domino's. I'm gonna go get that trucking job. I think I did interview. By the way, I did interview for 3 jobs this week. I interviewed for a car salesman position at a car dealership here in town. I interviewed for the TV station here in town, Channel 8 News, which was amazing because they want me to go be a producer. Now, if you don't know what a producer does at a radio or a TV station, basically I make the news broadcasts. Like I don't go on the show and actually do them unless they want to hire me as a what they called it, a hybrid producer, which is then yes, I do go on I actually do go live on the air. But they might have me fill in weekends on weather. They might have me do other things. But if I get the job, basically what I'd be doing is I would be taking the news stories that the journalists and all them come in with. I would be formatting them to go into the news, like retyping them up into a way that the news broadcasters, I would be finding all the videos and pictures and stuff like that, putting them into the spotlight so that they could be ran. So while the reporter on the news channel is reading these, they put those up. So I'd be basically setting the show up. Of course, there's a senior producer that kind of vets everything before it goes on air. They approve the shows and stuff like that. So my job all day would be sitting behind a computer, putting a newscast together. And
When do you hear back from that one?
I don't know. It was weird because like the interview, I was supposed to interview with the lead. He was the station chief or whatever you call him, and he brought me in his office, the lead editor or whatever, however he was, and I interviewed with him for a few minutes, and then he's like, "Hey, how about you? How much time you got?" I'm like, "Well, I got plenty of time. Like, this is the job I want. This is I interviewed. I applied for the sports anchor position they had, but they had filled that with another person. Anyways, I was like, but this is kind of the job I want. And he says, okay, well, if you got time, the interview took like 3 hours because I sat in with him for about 20 minutes and talked. And then he showed me around the entire studio. And then he took me into the actual set where they do the news. I sat off to the side in a chair and he goes, okay, I want you to be quiet, no talking. They're going to run through the whole show. And so I watched the whole news broadcast if I would have stuck my hand out, I would have been on camera. I mean, that's how close I was to being on camera. And so I was like, okay. So I got to watch the show and then I got to go back. So I watched half the news broadcast during the lunch day broadcast. And then I went back out to the control room and watched how the control room is set up. And they have 7 or 8 TVs up on the wall. They've got monitors in front of the control stations. It's like NASA command center, right? They've got like 4 or 5 rows of like seating, and they got people sitting behind each computer. You got a sound guy, you've got the video quality guy, you've got whatever, you've got the guy that's directing the show, telling the news broadcasters, hey, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it, and they give them timelines. Like if they're dragging on a story, they'll say, hey, drag it out, and then because hey, we've got to fill this time. There's 20 seconds left. We got to fill that time. Drag this story out a little bit. Tell a funny side joke. Do something, And these reporters kind of off script kind of go and kind of make it work and stretch that 20 seconds out. Or if the time's running up, they're like, all right, cut it short, and they'll cut the story short or whatever like that. But I got to watch all those angles. I got to go see the actual senior producer guy that he would be my boss, and he was just plugging in, these stories in, going through editing them and stuff like that. I mean, the job looks easy enough once you get it down, once you learn a little bit, once you get there and learn it and go through orientation and stuff like that. But it'd be a dream job. Now, it doesn't pay a lot. It pays more than what I was making at the pawn shop, I'll say that. But it doesn't pay anywhere near what truck driving is going to pay me. Right. But I mean,
but that has a potential of getting you to where you want to be.
Exactly. That's why I told the lady there. I said, this is the job I want because I can advance myself.
Right.
I'll never guess where their headquarters is based out of. The company that runs the state TV station, based out of St. Joseph, Missouri, which is an hour north of Kansas City. Dude, Dude, if I got back to headquarters, and just worked my way up the chain and got back to the headquarters, dude, I could be reporting for the Chiefs here in a couple of years. That would be awesome. And as long as they're winning Super Bowls, be reporting on the Chiefs and how they're doing. It'd be awesome.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, sir. Anyways, it's always a pleasure, Josh. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes,
have
sir.
An awesome night. Tell
You
your
too.
family I said hi. They're all
Will do.
back there watching TV and whatnot. But, all right, guys, we'll see y'all next Friday on Just the Facts. For Josh and I, we are out. Take a second for the stream to